Here is Julie Nagel's testimony on seeing Chloe Albert, Brian Albert, and Colin Albert on the night John was murdered at 34 Fairview. Pay attention to how it's described Brian Albert is handling the dog. Do I think it's significant? In the words of Julie Nagel, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Here we go.
The night of January 28th into the 29th, you saw Brian Albert Sr. After he came back to 34 Fairview, correct?
Yes.
And you have a specific memory of Brian Albert Sr. walking Chloe through the first floor of that house, correct?
Yes.
When Brian Albert Sr. was walking Chloe through the first floor of that house, he maintained control of Chloe's collar, did he not?
He did, yes.
Oh, yeah, he did.
You like dogs, right?
I do.
But you didn't pat Chloe.
No.
When you were at 34 Fairview, you did see Colin there, correct?
I did, yes.
She has such an attitude answering Yannetti's question, which sounds off a lot of alarms. No need to have an attitude like this if you don't have any skin in the game. And all of the state's witnesses have attitudes like this once defense is examining them. And they all use the same tactics and answer the questions the same way. And that is a huge indicator to me, in my opinion. Back to Julie not knowing when Colin arrived, but knowing the exact time he left. Okay, Julie. Doesn't seem rehearsed one fucking bit.
I believe that he got there shortly after Nicole Albert, Caitlin Albert, and Julie Albert left the residence, correct?
At some point, yeah.
And you say at some point, that's because you're not sure of the exact time when he got there, correct?
Correct.
You're also not sure of the exact time when he left, correct?
I would say 11:30, 11:45, around there.
What an odd time to remember. Because when we asked you something else, you said...
Where was the beer?
I either brought it or, I don't know, I don't remember. It was 2.5 years ago.
Exact words your brother used, too.
That conversation included even talking about whether or not maybe her mom, your mom, would come get her after you guys left.
I would assume, maybe. 2 years ago.
Right.
2.5 years ago.
2 years ago.
Right.
Doesn't it kind of give you the chills? Knowing it's rehearsed like that?
You weren't paying attention to monitor when he came or when he left, were you?
No. I said no.
That pause, Yannetti did that on purpose to prove that point that I just made. Not monitoring him, but hey, she knows the exact time you left. It's drilled down. It needs to come out like that. It's so obvious what they're doing. They need to get their story straight. Oh, yeah, and that does come out again in the trial. When McCabe baby's on the stand. Matt.
You never physically watched him walk out the door, correct?
I don't remember.
You can't even say which door he walked out, correct?
I don't know.
You never saw him get picked up.
I did not know.
You never saw any car arrive for him.
I don't know.
And you never saw how he got home.
No.
Interesting. And there's more on this, but I wanted to separate that certain piece of testimony that came out regarding Chloe. XOXO.